Welcome back.
Hooray, we're back!
We are back for episode 7,
One of my favorites.
which is titled Borderlines, right? I think so.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. It's titled Borderlines, where Jason and the SEAL team must rescue an undercover CIA operative after she is captured by radical terrorists to be used as a bargaining chip. Also, Clay undergoes the final harrowing exercise for his candidacy into Tier 1. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Well, again, welcome back to everybody. We hope that you have watched our first 6 episodes, and if not, again, we strongly, strongly urge you to. Um,
There are
we
some
are,
good ones in there. We have
I
some good
know,
moments.
I know. I mean, we're reliving the beginning of this series, which I think is just so fun now that we have like a full picture of where we ended up. Um, I think so far, like I said, I think you guys are all enjoying our posts about it. We try to keep it lively and fun. And for episode 7, we get I think we definitely get some great Jandy in this one. I know that.
The car scene. Who could forget the car scene in Conley?
Oh, yeah, there's some great Jandy moments in this one. Let's see what else. I think we get our first kind of we've done a lot of rescue ops. We've rescued hostages. Have we rescued any other? Well, we're rescuing a CIA operative, it says right now. So I think there's some interesting things with Mandy that come about in this
Yes.
episode, which is fun to watch. And we get to see these guys do some partner force up, partner up with some foreign
Yeah.
forces and see how that goes.
Well, and there's quite a juxtaposition too, because one goes well and one doesn't. Oop! Spoiler alert.
And then the synopsis talks about Clay and him going through. We've been watching and
Snorkel.
developing over 6 episodes, seeing him train to pass the tier 1 test and get onto a tier 1 team. So there is a final kind of part of this whole training thing that is pretty interesting to learn about that he goes through. And I think it's another episode where they do the flashback stuff. Like, well, it's not really flashbacks, but like going in between, like,
Right.
where the guys are and what Clay's going through. Fantastic transitioning as usual. So, without further ado, as usual, counting down to press play. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Play.
Previously with the baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got baby RJ.
Alana, Jason. Stopped coming back. Brian.
Brian.
Especially when he's watching his friend die, that makes it worse.
Which is very different to losing a guy in like the field.
Yeah, true. Clay.
The team's your real family. That's what Adam told Clay last time.
Yeah. Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a
we're
pretty
in
sunset.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil sounds fun right about now.
Yeah. Anything sounds fun right about now for you, probably because it's tax season.
Yeah. I just really loved how we started off episodes back in the day, just
Yeah.
completely kind of away from the team, setting us all up for what's
And
to
usually
come.
it's a happy scene too, and then it goes bad. Like this. Something rolling up,
Well, we hear
breaking
some
glass.
commotion.
Everyone looks surprised.
Okay, so that must be our CIA operative who's gone missing.
Who said football is a real sport? That was our argument. I guess in Brazil that would
Don't
probably be a good
argue.
argument.
Don't argue with me about football being a sport. Big football fan.
Well, isn't Brazil big soccer? So
No,
soccer, football.
I think they're all sports, you guys. This is such an interesting scene. They're all just chilling and talk. Oh, geez, the van just. I think the first time I watched this, I really didn't know what was going on.
That's
Jeez.
Alana's office. So we're going from the van being overturned to Alana and Jason signing papers.
Jason's like, what am I doing? Jason's very straight and to the point. Tell me what you want me to do.
Yeah, just want me to sign it. I like that color shirt on him. It's a good color. And it kind
It
of
is. It,
matches a little bit with her dress, sort of.
hmm.
Hmm.
Ooh, Alana talking
Yeah.
about she took time off after Michael was born. She's back to working now.
Look, yeah, I lied to you.
I'm sorry to hear that. About anything in particular?
Nate's burner phone.
Oh, he's confessing the burner phone.
Jason's too honorable not to say something.
Yeah. She has a lot of questions.
She's asking questions. Okay, come on, Jason. You just told her about the phone. You think she's not going to ask questions?
She's going to be like, oh, yeah, thanks.
Is he allowed to tell her that his interpreter got killed, though?
It's interesting that he's like, why would I tell you about something about people you've never met and a place you're never going to visit? But that's exactly what she wants, is to be part of his life and that life. She doesn't want to be protected.
I don't like bringing that stuff home.
Always the issue of how to
But
separate.
I understand Alana's point of view, and I think Jason does need to talk about things, but how much can he really divulge?
True. And she has to know that there's some things that are top secret or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
She wants to support him. You shouldn't have to sit with that alone, but he just can't let her in.
Oh, Ray with little baby.
Getting some TV downtime.
She canceled some subscription.
Preseason package. It is
I
funny how
think
married couples know the little
so.
voice things.
So let's take a second to think about this. We have Alana and Jason. Jason doesn't want to talk to Alana and thinks he's protecting her. And now it looks like we're in the other situation where Naima's not telling Ray things because she's trying to protect him. Or like Repo Man comes sniffing.
Hmm.
I
Financial
love
issues.
Naima. Look at her. She is trying to heal. Ooh.
Ooh, she's a little defensive there. Ouch. Very realistic.
I mean, you don't even have to be necessarily a SEAL to be in this kind of situation, right? I mean, this is an everyday thing of watching couples struggle with financials and
Yeah, especially with a new baby and everything. Because she's on maternity leave, I would guess.
and we're back to Clay. So what do they call this training again?
Isn't it SEER training?
Yes.
SERE?
Mm-hmm.
They're just in little cages.
It's very interesting. I wonder how effective it really is.
Survival, evasions, resistance, escape.
I like the parallel of Clay going through seer training and what we see happening on the op and like kind of the
Oh,
whole general theme that they kept going.
look at the light on his face and then the light on the cages, but then the shadows in the corners. So symbolic.
Oh yeah. Like what demons are going to come out?
Oh, metal music. And is that a baby crying? Mandy. She looks
Mandy
stressed.
Ellis.
Lost contact with her operative.
She looks very unsettled.
Yes. This pushes a button for her.
Oh, I love that. Is not Jason and Serby. That is David and Dina in scene.
I like her hair today. Kidnap and ransom.
Look how relaxed everyone is, just chilling there, getting briefed.
Yeah. No one seems stressed except Mandy.
They contacted the CIA for $200,000. Come on, agency's got doorknobs that cost more than that.
Agency's got doorknobs that cost more than that.
Mandy is in a no joke mood though.
Yes, definitely. I don't know if she's CIA.
I love seeing Lisa have her moments of knowledge.
Yeah. Got the ransom video.
This poor girl, and she's still keeping her cover for the moment. Oh my god,
Look at Mandy's face. She identifies with her.
You think she has been through something like this before?
I don't, but I think when she talks in the car later with Jason, we see a little insight there. But I'll wait till we get there to talk about it. Sonny's always got the good questions.
He's a lot smarter than people think.
Yes.
Everybody breaks. And
Jason, look how close he gets to Mandy in her space, like a comfort.
He's reading her. He sees she's stressed out and that something's bothering her. I don't care what anyone tells me. They got natural chemistry.
Yeah, exactly. He just moves closer to her when she's stressed, and I like that.
See, and they're still standing next to each other.
So they have to work with the Brazilian top tier.
Jason's got a good question. What if the bad guys do find out there's seals in the area and they're like, Not
gonna be good for Jane.
Look at Brock just randomly sleeping in the back of the truck.
Ray's got a question. She was like, Rain Man, wanted to be an accountant.
Yeah, accountants.
You can relate to that.
Still just not over Brock sleeping while they're having like a serious question about like relationships.
I hate the damn jungle. Yeah, it's always trying to poison you, eat you, and then kill you.
And that's just the plants. That's right.
Oh god, here we go with Sonny and his
jungle phobia. Wife.
Wait, Trent's got an ex-wife?
He watches Discovery Channel.
I saw it on Discovery.
I'm sorry, is it just me or is it just really hard keeping up with this guy's phobias?
It is really hard keeping up with his phobias, Jason. I think Sonny is a reader.
Yeah. He will be operating long after, which is true. It ends up being true.
Oh my
Ooh.
God, Sonny,
What
that was
language?
descriptive. Ray wants to know
Uh,
if they're going to draft Clay.
Jason's not too sure. This looks pretty realistic.
I think at the end of the day, everyone questions about Jason and his reasoning behind being like, still kind of questionable on adding Clay. I think at the end of the day, he does look at the facts, what the facts are. Like people think he's doing it because of whatever reasons, but I think he's a guy though that he just wants to be sure that the facts are what they seem to be
Hmm.
in deciding his decision.
So his seer training, do they? I mean, they obviously are actually hitting him. He's bleeding. But how do you pick the guy? Like he's wearing a mask. Do you later on say, "Hey, I was the one that beat you in seer training"? It's just, I don't
I
know. It's odd.
I guess I always kind of just question too, like seer training. So, like, are they looking at people they've seen, or these random people? Like in the back of your mind, it's like it's not completely real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's terrible circumstances, but it's a nice shirtless scene.
They gave Clay a lot of shirtless scenes. And no
Are
offense,
you
but it should have been
complaining?
shared. Well, there were some other moments I was like, we could see so and so with his shirt off too.
Commander Barbosa.
Okay, so there's a moment with that commander where David is tall, but this guy is taller.
Yes. When you see it, it's
Like, think about right here.
jaw
I never
dropping.
see how he's like leaning in. Just wait. There's a moment later on you'll see it, but oh my god, I was like, there's someone taller than David.
And much taller. It's not like a little taller.
Oh
He's
no,
much
yeah,
taller.
it was really hilarious. I like the
Little
camo they're
taller.
wearing here. I like this jungle camo. It's a nice green.
Sonny just wants to get out of being in the jungle.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Gorgeous.
I will say I really love how this show really took us through like all the different like
Mm,
places, styles of uniforms because of whatever they were doing, like, jungle, water,
yeah,
night op, geared up, not geared up.
something different every week.
Oh, they got their little floppy hats on.
Yeah, kind of like a little fishing hat. Don't they
Comms
call those
never
bucket hats?
work.
Yeah. Aren't those called bucket hats?
I think so. I think that's one name. I feel like there's probably multiple names for those types of hats.
Oh, they're bringing up the dog.
But Brock doesn't have his on. What's up with that?
Yeah.
I think that
Some,
was an oversight. I guess we'll have to see if, like, in a later scene, he has it on randomly.
Hey, amigo, you know about that bullet ant?
The candela, yeah, I know it.
It sting as bad as getting shot.
Depends on the bullet.
Look,
he's asking about the ants. Depends on the bullet.
Sonny's asking about the bullet hand. Oh my god. I like how the dude's just like, yeah, it exists. And Sonny's like, that's not the answer I wanted
Yeah.
to hear.
Night shots.
Again, props to SEAL Team for doing night shots where I can still see things.
Yes. It's not everything in shadow.
Oh, Serby found a tripwire.
Good thing they had him with them. Ooh. Everything's so quiet.
All you can hear are their like footsteps.
A little crunch of the leaves.
I really like too the shots of them like walking over that line.
Bravo team approaching target.
Are we gonna find her? Are we gonna find her? Is it gonna be this easy?
There's no easy day on SEAL team.
But we can hope, right?
Yes, we can always hope.
The music leading up to them going in.
Yeah, ratchets up the tension.
Okay,
Clearing.
okay. Again, I don't know how many times I've watched this episode and my heart's still just like,
All clear. She's not there.
well, that's not good.
But look, Serby's finding something.
But we have a dead body. So it looks like whoever may have been holding this girl captive is now dead.
Mandy and Blackburn.
Oh, sorry, it was the male hostages who they found deceased.
No sign of Jane.
And Mandy is still stressed out. Oh, I like this. So we're looking at a young Clay with his dad in the water. Oh, wow. They actually go through drowning these guys?
He's still sassy.
I know. I was like, I would not be sassy. So Hezbollah knows that this girl is a spy, which is not good.
Everyone looks very stressed now. My son went to see Dead last day, and every time he sent back pictures and everything, I thought of this episode.
Oh, that's a problem. We're not authorized to operate in Paraguay. Right here.
Yeah,
Oh my
yep.
God.
He's
Look at
so
this
hard.
commander.
He's like a head taller than David.
Oh my God. That was hilarious.
This is one of my favorite scenes.
I mean, Sonny's got a point. They're like lines on a map. Really?
Jane
Mandy's
doesn't have a
gonna
couple
work it.
days. She's thinking, pacing.
Does Blackburn have good news? Oh, no, he doesn't.
Catch 22.
Okay.
I got it.
Got what, Mandy? Mandy's like, I'm just gonna take care of this. Look at the way Jason's just like flipping around. Tourist couple is less obvious than a single lady.
And he doesn't ask her, he just tells.
Look at the way like Lisa and Ray are looking at this. Oh,
Miss
he's got 1 week's leave, you guys. He's going on vacation.
And he's Miss Elsa's +1.
Oh, that's such a great Jandy moment.
Yes.
What is with these ambassadors?
I know, right? Jason already doesn't like him. Look at his defensive posture. We gotta get her back.
Mandy cares. She's like looking at Jason like, hold me back, hold me back.
And Jason's like, we don't need a geography lesson.
How are you not like moved by whatever Mandy's saying right now?
Well, and Jane is so lucky to have her in her corner. Look at his hair today. Very nice.
Perfect hair.
As always.
Look at that look. Oh, Mandy. Mandy's friends with who?
The ambassador's daughter. Book club. Her book club is an international book club. So intense. We need you to get this done.
She's going to burn you too.
Ooh.
Oh my God, look at me.
He doesn't like her. Pleasure to meet you.
And people think book club isn't going to get you anywhere in life.
Yeah. He's standing pretty close to her. I like that protective stance.
You think she really does know this person, or she's using it as a ploy? Well,
I think she knows him.
We know she talks to him later. Yeah.
Thinking that Jane's been sincere.
See, I'm with Ray. There is a limit to how scared you get.
She knows it's not real.
I think it's interesting too. Lisa's asking if like this girl has gone through it with the CIA's version, and later on it's brought up with another conversation.
Yeah. Just their teasing and camaraderie.
Oh my God.
The things you never think you'd be talking about.
Right. I just love how natural these guys are. Yeah. And like acting out this like fun scene of just making fun of each other. It's downtime. They're waiting.
It's such a natural flow. Here it is, the scene.
Oh, I love this scene.
Mandy in the rearview mirror. Everyone seems a little bit
Jason's tense. Just watching.
Staying close to the Buckman. Very colorful.
Oh, she's
call myself a spook.
He's like, I've never heard you call yourself.
I was too ashamed. He's trying to comfort her and reassure her.
Which is really interesting, right? I mean, compared to back home with Alana, he struggles with that.
Yeah. She's talking about going through the farm with the Sears training and how different it is from what they do.
I just love how he watches her.
This is where she's relating with Jane, because that's what she did, chatting up the mid-levels.
I like the insight we get to her job.
Yeah. And just her confessing her deepest fear to Jason.
Look at him. Like he doesn't want her feeling what she's feeling right now.
Yeah. So he changes the subject. What else is
So what else?
wrong with
He
you?
wants to know details about her.
Broke up with Conley, the scarf guy.
He is dead to me.
He only had 2 scarves. I shouldn't make him sound like Greta Garbo.
Make him sound however you want. Guy's dead to me.
Greta Garbo.
Guy's dead to me.
That little smile she gives.
Said I didn't talk.
Wonder who else doesn't talk.
Talking's overrated. Maybe.
Maybe.
I really love how Mandy doesn't dismiss it like Jason does, though, which is
Yeah.
what I love about this relationship.
I love how he's always getting closer to her, leaning forward, leaning into her space.
Okay.
Found the van. Hiding in an old school.
All right. So we got a location.
Got the payoff.
And now what?
Oh, the
Oh,
ambassador. Look in the
no.
Paraguayans. Oh, Buckman.
Jason knows his stuff.
Yep. He's not happy. They're only going to be
Observers
observers.
only? Oh, God. Something's about to go haywire here, isn't it?
Yeah. It's doomed.
Look at the couple that is disgruntled together will stay together forever. Oh, wow. This is a change of pace.
Back to the music.
Clay going into his own mind.
Like hallucinating, you think?
Something.
Oh.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't just completely write off Brian and they let him come back for another one. Oh, there's that look. He's wearing the lucky
His
shirt.
shirt. Still joking and laughing. He just left. He probably does have a lot of questions for Brian.
But this version of Brian that's that's Clay's version, right? So is he
Right.
giving himself the answers?
Yeah, maybe.
But I think deep down he knows too.
Right. Hmm.
Don't fight what
Fight
can't be
can't be
fought.
fought. Sitting on the beach. Brian's leaving.
Brian, don't go.
Back to reality.
I think it's interesting the things you face, in your mind.
On your lowest
Ah,
moments.
there's Jandy walking in, irritated. Did you just call them the observers?
Yeah.
I know people have egos in this world, but when you're watching this show and you think about like in reality, how many egos are really going at it like this and putting people's lives at risk? Like
And Jason's trying to tell him, and not in front of his guys, what a better way is, and he won't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Making suggestions, but
See, all Jason has in mind is protecting that American citizen because that is what he is there for. He's going to get people killed.
Mandy knows it too.
Oof. How much time does it take to recover from all this SEER training?
I don't know. But it's the last thing before graduation, correct?
I believe so. Because I imagine you can't do too much to them without like permanently hurt. Like if you permanently got hurt from this, then you're not going to be making tier 1.
True. Put in a barrel?
This reminds me of like every detective show where like the killer puts his body in a barrel.
Ooh. Now we're back to the Paraguayan operation. With the looks between Jandy.
No looks between David Boreanaz, or I'm sorry, no words exchanged between Mandy and Jason, and how those two play it is just. Well,
Not going well.
this is a disaster. It doesn't even look like these guys had a chance.
No, they don't know what they're doing.
Undertrained is an understatement, Jason.
And then they're running away with Jane.
I don't think you should be shooting at what you're trying to.
Yeah, the hostage.
She goes, Jason, and he runs. He's going to try. Is he going to get there? Is he going to get to the car?
Nope.
Run, Jason, run!
Those people could have gotten out of the way.
He's wearing a lot of red. He's got red flannel on.
Yeah, I don't mind the red flannel. With the gray t-shirt, looks good.
We got Julie's approval.
Mr. Ambassador.
Ooh, I love this part.
She just takes the phone away from him.
Yes, that Amanda Ellis.
He knows her. Private airstrip.
So if Mandy went to school with this guy's daughter, like, is that how she got into the CIA, or?
Good question. I always wish we knew more of her backstory.
Look at her just laying it all out there.
Like, this is as good. That.
Don't put Mandy up against ambassadors. You're just gonna lose.
Yeah, this is the second ambassador, right? Mandy
Correct.
2, ambassador 0.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. She's like, this is my op now. Goodbye.
Yeah, Buckman.
Oh, I like that she took that.
Yeah, a little relief.
Breath of relief there.
Oh, they're hiding.
Talk about camouflage.
I'll say. Bravo 4 is in position. Here they go.
Ooh. Oh, flashbang.
Flashbang.
Oh my god. All of a sudden we're in Take 'em. Ooh, that bullet was a little too close to Jason for my liking.
Yeah, good thing he has those goggles on.
Oh my god, look at all the gunfire going on. Oh wow, we were even in the weeds.
Yeah, and look at that shot they got too with the shadow as he stood up. Bad guys are always bad shots.
Lucky for Bravo.
Yeah, lucky. I
just want to say I would love to be rescued by Bravo.
Did you hear he said, U.S. military, I'm here to rescue you? And he does that a couple other times in rescues. Like, he identifies himself. But remember when he rescued Mandy?
He can carry me over his shoulder if he likes to, you know.
But remember when he rescued Mandy? She's like, "What are you doing here? I'm here to rescue you." It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just made me
I
laugh a
think
little.
that's probably some sort of habit though. They probably have to identify. He's trying to reassure someone like, "Hey, I'm on your side."
Right, right.
Man, I missed my chance at like looking up for auditions of being an extra, like being a quick little guest star to be rescued.
I got one more mission. Oh, Clay.
So, what is Clay's memory going to be now as the water gets higher and higher in this little
With everything he's been
barrel?
through lately with the emotional stuff, this is probably a good purging for him.
So,
Is it
he's
in the
back in
ocean?
this big ocean again, and his dad is with him again.
Can't stay here, you'll drown, he says. Hmm.
Kind of thinking about that though. What does he mean you can't stay here? You're going to drown? Like, this job is going to
But
do
his dad's
things to
pulling
you?
him down. Look, his dad's
Hmm.
pulling him down like he feels like he is on the job, dragging him down. Ooh, that's kind of symbolic.
But what's some things you just can't fight?
Hmm.
But I really
So he
like, so
lets his
he's,
dad go. Is that emotional baggage that he's letting go?
but as he, is he going to rise?
Kind of a wave there. Bye, Dad.
But he doesn't have to do it alone, right?
Oh, he's reaching down. They're reaching down for him.
This is so symbolic.
Yeah.
This is what the Brotherhood is all about.
It'd be so horrible to be in a barrel. Look who it is. Future team.
I mean, for it had to be Bravo, right?
Yeah.
I think in
Jason.
this moment, Jason saw something.
Yeah, I think so too.
He got the confirmation I think he needed about.
Handshake.
I just really love Jason and his honor, and
Camp has been liberated. He doesn't look that good.
that's what I'm saying. You look like you got to recover like a normal op.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Naima. Why are they
Hmm.
making all of our ladies stressed in this episode, man?
Yeah. To show that they can work through it together with their significant other. I do love how Jason lets Mandy lead, though. He doesn't jump in or interrupt her. He does let her
I
lead.
I think it's I think the whole Jandy and or the Jandy thing is it's a different relationship to Alana and Jason, right? I
Of
mean, they've
course.
seen Jandy has seen the horrors of the world together, and there's unspoken things they don't like they just understand. And I think she has that alpha personality similar to him, and so he knows when he's going to step in just like she knows when she's going to step in and out on him.
Well, and they have that unspoken communication, too, where Mandy can look at him and he knows what she's feeling, saying, without saying a word. And he might have some of that with Alana, but it's all very home front.
Right. This Raima scene.
Want to be a team with her. What's going on?
This is such a solid ship, though. Ray
Yeah.
and Naima.
Yeah. The heart of the team, those two.
Jason coming back, and he's gonna go see Alana.
Who's working late.
See, and it's interesting because they're kind of separated, right? Pending a divorce, whatever. I don't know. I guess they haven't officially said they want a divorce yet, right? But they're not living together, but he is trying, right? In his own way.
Look what she says here.
I don't suppose we could transfer this tradition to that vegan place that I like.
Vegan? Come on. Never.
She wants him to transition to the vegan place she liked. I never noticed that before. And of course, in later seasons, we have the veggie lady. So maybe it was foreshadowing to prepare
They're
us.
so mean for calling that character Veggie Lady, but it fit.
Goodness.
But I liked Alana over the other character we will see in about
Yeah.
2 seasons.
I love that Jason is trying here with her. He's trying to let her in. And it like you said, it just shows his honor that he really does want to make things work and be a team. She's asking him about the lady being rescued. He's not going to say anything.
I don't watch the news.
He lives the news.
No, you don't.
She's a smart lady. And he finally decides to let her in.
Alana just breaks my heart here.
Yeah.
You know the problem being married to the guy whose job is saving the world? Anytime you want to come first, you're being selfish.
I mean, it's so tough because she's so right. Being Jason,
Yes.
being who he is, and the job he does, everything else comes first before your home life.
Yeah.
9 years
Talking
old.
since they were 9? I thought it was teenagers timeline issues.
I, now I'm thinking about this. I didn't pick up on this. Oh, I mean, I know the whole choral. There's like the story behind how these two met, but you're right. They did make it seem like it was teens.
Yeah. Talking to me since you were 9 years old seems a little earlier than teens.
Well, Jason does begin to kind of tell her what went down, but is it going to be enough though for those two to reconcile? Guess you guys are gonna have to tune in and find out.
Exactly.
um,
That
yeah,
was a good episode, though.
that
I
is
love that.
such a fun up. I mean, as a Jandy fan, there are just some great moments that you and I have talked about too. Like you said, you really don't realize till you kind of. I mean, I picked up on it while we first ever watched through this stuff, but like definitely later on when you rewatch things, how much he gravitates and leans in, is close by to her, is watching her every move. Like what are you feeling? So,
I love in the early episodes, too, how they really do balance the home life and the action and how they're trying to integrate the two. It was a very prevalent theme in the first season.
oh yeah. And like I said, with Jason, I think it's really interesting because, like I told you, like in the car, he's kind of reassuring Mandy, right? And like he doesn't want her to feel these things. And he's kind of being a person. And again, I think this comes into the whole connection of these two have been on the war front together for however long they've been working together. Versus, by the end of the episode, we see Jason now, in the beginning of the episode, it's like, Alana's like, well, you don't talk about this stuff. And then in the end, he's trying to talk about it. And let's just note, this is one of the many moments Mandy says in the car that, like, she broke up with this guy because the guy says, you don't talk. He says, talking's overrated. And she says, maybe.
Maybe not.
I've always said I think that Mandy has an influence over
Oh,
Jason that gets him to
absolutely.
second thought on things and be like,
Hmm.
okay, maybe I should try to
Yeah.
like put a little effort into this. And this is one of those moments, I think. But
So when he's talking to Lana at the end, it's very full circle.
right. So, and I mean, I think the whole overall theme of this episode too is just like you don't have to do this alone. Like you've got people around you to support you. You don't have to carry. You've got Ray and Naima with the whole financial situation, and at the end, in this, the one of the final scenes is them sitting together on the floor, and Ray's like,
Let's be a
just
team.
tell it to me, like,
Yeah.
let's get through this together. And
Well, it kind of goes with the title of Borderlines, what's inside your border, what's outside your border, and how you can work together to overcome whatever's
right,
coming for you.
right, yeah. And but yeah, I like I said, Ray and Naima, they're such a solid foundation, so different to many of the other ships. And even when they're during their hard times, I think you always had faith they were going to be okay. Versus
Yeah, yeah.
everyone else kind of has this
Up and
like
down.
up and downs that are pretty drastic, and you're kind of like, I don't know, are they going to make it? So,
Well,
um,
I can't leave without saying something about Clay and the symbolism of letting go of the emotional baggage of Brian and his dad, and just him working through while he's being physically tortured, the mental torture that
I
he's
think,
been
yeah,
going through.
I think that theme too is something that they kind of start playing this whole letting go of baggage kind of through the rest of the series, right? I
Right,
mean,
right,
especially Jason in particular, as we move on, we learn more and more about like what haunts him, like what are his demons, and is he ever going to be able to let go of some of that stuff and, truly
right,
live
right.
life or move forward in life? We'll see.
It's a good theme in the show too, and what they just all go through.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, they did a great job, I think, of always trying to show, as much as the show is about like the action and the team and, all that, they did sprinkle in enough about the home life to really just
Yeah,
show that
the
that
strain of it.
struggle
Yeah.
of the worlds battling each other. So,
Well,
but
it's
yeah,
another solid episode.
I know that was episode 7, you guys. We hope that you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yes, we did.
And as usual, thank you so much for all the support. Go tell everyone you know about it.
Yes, definitely. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, agree. And without further ado, I guess that's a wrap on this one. So until next time,
See you next time.
bye.
Bye.